Hey guys, this is HBK Grant making a tutorial video about the Share Factory today. So a lot of people asked me like how it works. Some people had a negative criticism. This is something for like new people and whatnot, and it doesn't give you a good impression. But the thing is that if you are a new person, you have no video editing experience and whatnot, and all you have is to like hit on trial basis, this is actually a starting point for those type of people, and that is including myself. I'm no expert in video editing, but like so far where I have gotten to, like I have seen a lot of improvement in my video editing. And that is actually with just hidden trials. So I've played like on so many games, but I clipped them and then I take them to Share Factory. I edited them, I made like builds and stuff like that, and I always had like some sort of stuff missing. Sometimes my voice would be like too high and then there's like no music at all. Sometimes there's like too much music volume and then my sound is down. Sometimes when I'm doing the transition, there's like some sort of messed up always in the beginning of my streams. Now I'm starting to figure out like, oh, I have to keep an eye out for these things, I have to keep an eye out for that stuff. So basically, initially, like how to get Share Factory completely free, you just go to the store, you go into the search bar and you can type down Share Factory. You will get the app for free. Once you have it in the store, you can come to the Share Factory and download, like basically once it's downloaded, just start it up and it will bring you to it's like a really simple like application. So it will bring you over here where you could edit your videos, photos, you could create animated GIFs if you like, and then like social, like if you have like events planned out, you can make it like an event type theme over here as well. And then you can import content as well. Let's say like you were on PC or something like that, or you created a video from your cell phone and you want to edit it, you could actually bring it here and update it or whatever what you want to do with it. You can buy Share Factory themes, but then like, so one aspect is like people don't want other people to see that you actually use Share Factory, but it's honestly like I would say like if you want to, you can show them and their trademark is always there. So almost like sure like you credit them, so this is actually thanks to Share Factory or something like that. But if you don't want to, like that's completely your choice, because this is something for free, so it's for every content creator that actually does not have access to other stuff, they have access to this. Now I'm not going to go into the photos, animated GIFs, or importing content. Basically most people actually are concerned with making a video. So I'm just going to go to like the new project, and then I'll show you guys. We're just going to start from scratch. Now here are basically the themes. You can actually see how these themes work by just like pressing X on them, and it will just create like all this type of like the intro, the title, and the outro. So depending on like the game that you want, like I started off with just the PS4 PlayStation 4 theme, that's it. But then like they updated it a while back, and then I kind of like this comic book theme that I usually use on my videos that I'm uploading from PS4. So I'm going to select this, and then you're going to see like these gear marks, like it'll be a lot visible on this Share Factory one, the stinger clip. So this is actually like a way of saying that like this will be added into the video that you're trying to make. So the gear with the check mark, they have like the intro, the title, the outro, and then the Share Factory. Now if you want this, you can have it, but you could just press X and it will not be included. Now you could choose between different types of intros, like as you could see over here. I'm just gonna press R2 to show you guys like what it looks like, so you could choose between whatever you like. So let's say I don't like this one, I kind of like this one, so I'm gonna press X on it, so you see that gear shifted to that. So you can only select between the three. So right here I press R2 again, you'll see this is how it looks like. So that's where your title would be, whatever you want to name it. And then over here you're gonna see, let's see over here, so that's one where your title could be shown. And then there's another one here. I actually just like this one, so I'm gonna stick with this one. And then the outro, I like this one, that's why I'm gonna stay with this one. But you can move over here to see, oh, this one kind of looks cool as well, kind of like a cool way of exiting the video, right? So but I'm gonna just stick with this one. Now if you don't know this, you have a share button on your controller. So when you're playing a game and you want on a PS4 and you want to like, oh, I want this video clip saved or something like that. So you press that share button and then you'll see the option save video clip. Once you have saved those video clips, they will pop up over here. Now you might see like I have like some edited videos, like I don't delete most of the time, but then when they get like a little bit older, that's when I delete it. So one thing you have to remember that like you have a maximum of 80 minutes of time to make the video, but that's too long. You're gonna try to like, if you're really explaining something in really depth, like doing a quest and explaining the walkthrough and all that kind of stuff, that is understandable. That you can create like a 60-minute video, honestly. But even in that, like if you see like there are some points where you're like sitting on your like arsenal or in your bank or something like that, or you're doing something, you could delete those areas, and I'll show you guys how to split and delete and all that kind of stuff. And then the important part you're gonna keep. Now, just for explaining purposes, I'm going to put the videos that I see over here, and I'm going to show you guys how I create them. Like you can go, I'll share the link of my Fortnite bloopers. So, but I'll show you guys how I make them over here as well. So basically they're going to be like videos from the old time and whatnot. So I'm just going to start off, let's say like this Victory Royale video that I had. So I'm going to press X over here and you'll see a 1 and then a gear with a check mark. That means this video has been selected. And on the left side you'll see I have selected clips. I have 4 clips selected, and the total time for those clips are 60 minutes and 21 seconds. That means I only have 20 minutes of video editing selected. So let's see here, I have, everybody might have a question like how well, like I don't have that 60-minute clip. I don't need that 60 minutes. I just need 2 minutes out of it. So what you have to do is start the thing and then go like clip it and then delete the stuff that you don't want, and then come back to this area, and I'll show you guys how as well. Let's say I want to use this one as well, but if you press X on a thing that exceeds the time limit, you're gonna see this message pop up. So it will be like trimmed. This clip will be trimmed to 10 seconds to fit the project timeline. So it will be really like trimmed, and you don't know where you want to start. So what you have to do is keep in mind that you don't want to add something that is like exceeding the limit. It will just trim the clip and you don't know where you are. So I'll just, for the explaining purposes, what we'll do is like we'll add 2 of them. So you can actually have 3. So let's add all 3 of them. So you can have as many as you want as long as they're under the 80-minute mark, but you can edit them as well. So I'll show you guys. So now after this, once you have selected the amount of videos that you want, like the clips that you want in your video, you're just gonna press the square button right there that says start the project, and then it's gonna ask you for the name of like the project that you want. So I'm making this, so I'm just gonna make it a Share Factory tutorial right here. So Share Factory tutorial. So whatever you want to name it, it will just like come over here. And kind of like the best part about this Share Factory and then the PSN is like they have like auto stuff and all that kind of stuff, so it helps out a lot faster. So we go here, Share Factory tutorial. So now you're gonna come to this application area, and then this is where it will show you guys like what you want. You will actually have its own sound, and everything that you hear, it's gonna be all over here as well. So like this is like the intro and the title and everything like that. So basically that's what you're gonna be getting. And then now you see like I came in here, so this is where we're gonna start off. So over here you'll see like this is the entire video. I'm just gonna press R1. So when you press R1, what's going to happen is that it increases, goes to at the end of the clip. So let's say I just wanted this clip, right? So I saw these people over here, for example, like whatever you wanted to do, and then you come to here to this point, for example, right here, like, so this is where I want to save the clip, for example, right? So you're going to see the square option right there, which says, like basically you'll see like a wrench next to it. So when you press the square option, you're gonna come up with all of these options. Now what you could do is use the split clip option. So let's see, let's split the clip, and what it did was it split this clip from this other one. So as you can see, this clip is about 59 minutes and 40 seconds. And as you can see on the bottom right, it says 66 minutes and 49 seconds for the video. And now we're going to switch it to, and when you press square again, you come over here, you'll see a delete clip. Let's delete this clip, we don't need it. And if you see on the bottom right, it will say 7 minutes and 21 seconds for the video. So we just deleted the stuff that we did not want, and we're keeping the stuff that we actually want. Now, sometimes people want to say like, hey, I want to actually record the video, but I want to do the commentary after. So what you can do is like, don't need to unmute yourself during the game time or blah blah blah. Just come over here, clip volume, go to 0. So sometimes you will have a lot of clips, so you could go apply to all, and it will decrease the volume to 0 by all of them. But if you don't, like, you could do this with the other ones as well. So let's, I'm just gonna confirm it over here. So you press X to confirm it, and then over here you're gonna see basically I'm gonna go to press X. Now pressing X, you'll see a plus sign next to it. It will give you a certain other set of options, which says you can add another clip, which will take you back to the option that I said, and you can select a clip that you wanted but was in long time. So you can bring it over here now, because we only have 7 minutes now, which gives us about 63 minutes. So we can get a clip that is actually 60-minute long again, bring it over here, clip it, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll do that for a second in a bit for you guys as well. So you can add your screenshots over here. You can add a track. So this is basically where, if you press add a track, this is where you could record. So your thing should be connected here, and then you can actually record your video, your audio, sorry. So while you're adding your audio, it will basically be going like this. So I'm just gonna do it for the test purposes. So basically I don't have my mic attached to the PS4 controller. Otherwise, you can just get the option and we'll start recording, and then when you're done, you just stop it and it will just put it right there. Now next up, so there are a lot of adding the cool stuff, let's just say. So if you want to add an overlay, so this is what it's called over here. So adding overlays will bring you over here. So you can add stickers. Oh, these are tons of stickers, whatever you like. So I'll do one, for example, let's say I want to use this splat or raw or something like that, right? So now you have these options with every sticker. So you're going to see transform. When you press transform, you can take them away anywhere you like. You can press R1 or L1 to increase them or decrease the size and whatnot. So and then you can align them. If you press square, it will align in the right, left, or how in Microsoft Word document, if you have done it, there's these 3 ways to align the things that you're writing. So similar stuff right here. So let's say I want it right here. So I'm gonna press X, and then it's gonna start off. Then there's the capacity. So you can select the color of it. It will tell you whether you want it like this. So whether you want it really transparent or not, that's completely your choice. Then there's sticker animation. So with the sticker, you could say bounce, drift, pulse, spin, wave. So there are so many of them. So you could select, I'm just going to select this for information purposes, right? So we're done. You can do the beginning animation, or it's a middle animation. These are all different types. So basically they start at a certain point. So let's say it's a beginning, so it's going to fade in basically like that. And this is where it's fading in, and it will basically, if you see on the blue stripe right there, so there's a starting point for it, and then it's just going in a flow. So I'm just going to stick with the middle one, which we'll just constantly do this, and we're going to stick with that one. So once you're done with that, you can do the sticker duration. Now this is really important. A lot of people don't know about this one yet. So what you do is you have the sticker duration. You can use your R or L to R and L to do it, or you can just press L, basically R1 and R2, or the left arrow key and the right arrow key to do this. So if you do the left arrow key, it will completely cover the left side of the map. of the blue stripe, and then if you press the right arrow key, it will complete till the end of the clip. That symbol will be there. So I could show you guys what I mean by that. So if you see that, that symbol will be there the entire time while I'm doing this. So while I'm doing this, like that symbol will be there for the entire duration of that period. Now, let's say I just wanted it to be like at the end where the victory royale is, right? So I have to press square. If you want to re-edit stuff, you gotta go back to press square, edit overlays. Now this time, you're in this section and you'll see like a red bar on top of roar. So what you do is you're going to press square again on it, and you're going to come to this menu again. And in this menu, you're going to press X on the sticker duration, and I want the sticker to actually start when I get the victory royale, basically. For example, right about, let's see, how far? So you basically select where you want it, and then right there. Now, if I go back, you'll see that the roar is gone, and I press R2 to see where it comes back in. So like that's what people will be seeing afterwards. So that the sticker image actually came out when I actually where I wanted it to. So that's one thing of how to add overlays. Now, a lot of people want like their names to pop up in the beginning when they're doing their introduction when the video starts. So when you add overlay, you can add theme stickers if you like. You can have imported images that you can get from your USB, your computer, whatever. Then you have the text. Now this text you could use whatever alphabetical icons you want, whichever one you want, like whichever style. And then I choose this one most of the time. So let's say I want to write down. So you got to write down HBK Grand. Now, sometimes, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, now it's not letting me put 9 there. Now, a lot of people have like huge titles. Sometimes they have something they want to add, but in a single goal, but they can't over here. So what you do is you're going to press R2 to get it done. Then you're just going to press X. Duration can always be fixed with that sticker duration. Just remember, like the text duration right there. So don't worry about that. But if you want a higher, like a bigger name to adjust into the screen, you could go transform, and then you can move it around wherever you want it. Let's say I want it down here or something like that. And then you can press L1 to shrink it. So once you shrink it down, you can actually, and then let's say you still had some alphabets missing. So you're going to press X on it again. And over here, you'll see the option edit text. Once you edit the text, you can write 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever. Like, so whichever, whatever your name is, whatever your title is, whatever you want to add here. So you could do it like that as well. So I'm just going to stick with this one. So similar thing, you can add the color. So I usually add yellow because like it's more prominent. Then you can have text effects, which is pretty cool. So let's say I want this effect. I usually use this one, but let's say I want to use this one. Then you can have the similar thing you did with the sticker. So it's basically the same stuff, but then just like you're doing it to a text instead of that. And then you say, like for example, I want a middle one, you want a marquee, a rainbow style, just like a bounce, a drift, or like pulse. Like I'll just keep it as pulse. And then when I'm doing my introductions, so basically I'm just gonna go in like I press R2 and I go like, hey guys, this is HBK Grand and blah blah blah, like I'm from Dark Shinobis and stuff like that. And then once I'm done with the intro, it's gone. And then the thing that I actually wanted to share or whatnot, it's there, and then you'll see the option popping up for the other overlay that I wanted. So basically that's how you could keep adding the stuff. And then one last thing on this one is basically if you press X again, this is the overlay part. So you're gonna press X when you come back to the screen. So that was the overlay screen, and that's how it's always going to work. Now there are two things. Sometimes people want to share like time bender type thing, right? So if you want to do time bender, you're going to press square and you'll see time bender right here. So the best time bender is actually doing it at 2, and then make sure you use the smooth option. If you don't use the smooth option, it's going to make it really bad. So like basically if you see right now, that's what it basically looks like. so the time bender, you can add the time bender there as well. Now let's get back to I don't want the time bender. You say like, oh, accidentally screwed it up. So take it back to one step and then just press X. It will be back to its normal self. So that's pretty much it from like this part. Like you can add anything you want. You can edit anything you want. Now pressing X, adding music. Now here is a tricky part. So like over here, you say I want to add music and blah blah blah. So these are all the musics. Let's say whichever one you want to read, you'll read it right there and all that kind of stuff. So let's say I want to use this music right here, right? So I pick this one and it starts over here. And if I want to play it, you'll hear the music. So let's listen to it. Now the music will be really loud. So one thing I messed up in the beginning without even knowing was that there was actually a music volume system here. And then to top it off, there's a prioritize option. Make sure this prioritize option is selected off. If it's not selected off, your music sound will actually overlay your audio. And that is the thing I learned way after. And then I usually keep my sound to like 5 or 6 because I'm usually talking in my videos. So if you're not talking in your videos, you could have it at like 10, 20, whatever you like. You can do the adjustments. But usually I have it at like 5. And then that's pretty much like what I do. But one thing is here. So like now people will be asking like, so this green bar right here on the bottom that you see, this is all the music. But now, like, it's already ended up over here. Now everybody will be asking like, HBK, I don't have, you don't have audio music over here. So what you do is basically when you are on this green strip, right? You're gonna go use the trim option. So this is how I started. So you have the trim option, and I go L1, so wherever it's starting from. So usually at the starting point, I keep it at where it's starting, just at the tip or close to it. I suck at this sometimes, honestly. My hand always like stutters. And then here you can even bring it back a little bit or whatever, and then check mark it. Now since a video is 7 minutes long and the green bar is not reached up there, all you gotta do is press square, the wrench icon, and it will say give you the options over here, and you'll see the option clone music. When you press clone music, it will create an identical strip of that same music that you created. And I'm going to keep doing this until I reach my designation. So now here you see this is an extra music strip. And I want the music strip to end over somewhere around here before the outro is done. So what you do is on your last strip, you're going to press the square option again. Go to trim music. You're gonna increase it to the end part, that's where it was ending, and then you're gonna start reducing it to the point where it's like this. And then you can see on the top bar, that's where the music is ending. That's somewhere like cool, because that's where the transition is about to end for your videos, and that's pretty much it. And make sure the music volume for all of them, you have to set them separately. So what you could do is like apply all, and all this music will actually turn into, let's see here, music volume. You'll see it's all at 5. So right here, it's all at 5. And make sure the prioritize option is not selected, because otherwise it will prioritize music over audio and your voice won't be able to hear. Like a lot of people have told me on YouTube while I posted these videos, and like 10 minutes later I get this a message saying, HBK, it would have been nice if your voice, we could hear your voice properly because the music is too loud. I'm like, oh shit. And I went back and I'm like, oh my god, oh, I have to see this. So stuff like that happens, but it's not a problem. It's just it's just something that happens, so you don't have to worry about it at any point. So it's not a problem. So once this is done, you press circle, you come back to the point. Like, so this one is like something that I already made, so like that's what it's going to be looking like. So let's just split the clip over here at the point where I'm running right here. Split the clip, and I'm going to delete that. Oh, and we still have something here. So we can delete that part as well. Let's see, edit music. So now the music actually went ahead. So we're gonna go back and try to edit the music. So since I deleted that clip, that music just went ahead again. So we're gonna go trim clip it and then bring it back like that. And it's like right here right now. That's where the music will be ending. And then I just need to remember to reduce the sound from these clips, because I'm using the audio from the PC, not the at the moment Elgato is actually switched attached to my PC, but this is actually like me, what I'm showing you guys, this is actually me doing all of this like when I started like making my first video and whatnot. So like, but I was not good at as I am right now, and like because like I've started to like after hit and trial, I've like starting to figure it out. So make a couple of videos before uploading it and then watch them a little bit over and over again to see what your mistakes are, and then that will like help you a lot more, because that's what I did. But even after that, you get so exhausted that like you could see like I've been making this video for like I don't know, like at least like 10-15 minutes or 20 minutes even, in fact. But it's just that like after this you have to edit it and all that kind of stuff, and it takes like in the beginning a 10-minute video was taking me an hour to edit because I did not know where everything was. So anyways, like, oh, so this thing is like right here over here as well, like, so I haven't actually even paid attention to it. But just so saying, so at the end, let's say over here I want my viewers to subscribe to me and whatnot, or like that. So you press X. So there is even actually an overlay over here in the sticker icon where you can actually select it and then subscribe. You can transform it, and then you can have it like right here, like, hey people, subscribe to me, thank you guys, and blah blah blah. So you could do stuff like that over here. You have the sticker duration again. You could keep it like, okay, so I want my sticker duration here. You can add the animation, like I don't add them anymore, but like usually you could add this like a bounce. Once that is done, you come back to this main menu. Let's say I want that thumbs up like button as well, that if you guys like what I'm doing, put a like button there, share it with your community, blah blah blah. Like there's so much stuff people actually add at the end. So like you could watch a lot of videos. I try to stay as formal as possible. I'm like, hey guys, if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe, like, leave it in the comment section below, which I will be doing after at the end of the video. So we'll just save it for that. And then once that is done, it will go up to that, and then at the end where the outro is, you could type your name over here again if you like. So that's what I always do. So I use this one, the transparent one. It's my favorite for this one. So now you're gonna come back to sometimes it pushes you somewhere else in the video, like while you're editing, and don't get confused. Just press R1, it will take you at the end of the stream and where the video or whatnot, and you could just come back here and get on with your edit. So make sure what you're doing is your text duration should be maxed out. So use your L or R and then have that there. So now I'm using transform, and I'm trying to make my HBK grand in the middle of this area so that people can see like I did this. And once it's done, you can actually see this happening. So basically that was this is basically the entire point. Now let's say like I want to add a video, right? So we were discussing about that. Let's say I want to add a video over here. We'll add a clip. So you got to go back to add a clip. Now, as you can see, you have to be really careful. Like sometimes you might overlap videos when you have too many clips. So make sure you know the one that you actually need. And then like we were saying, we had 60 minutes. We couldn't add this 59-minute video. Now we can. If you wanted to add another video, like let's say like that one, now you can. So once you have selected like, oh, these are the videos that I want, you just add them as clip and they will be added to wherever you want. Now you see like the green, the music sound is out of per place and all that kind of stuff. So you will have to do all the music stuff at the end once you're done with it, because that is actually the point where you actually have to see what the important stuff is, right? And then once you are done with the video clip, it might be for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can edit your video based on that. So let's say I want the victory royale over here, right? And this is the only spot that I actually wanted. Like, so let's say I wanted my victory royale spot to be somewhere over here. So let's say this is where I wanted it. So what I'm gonna do is put that over here and try to like put that over there from, and split the clip again and then delete it. Now that's where it was ending before, and then I could just leave that clip over here. So let me just delete this clip. So this is a 6-minute video clip that actually was already saved, but I just want to do it over again. So let's just delete this clip, and then now you can see we're back to like 7 minutes and 10 seconds. But as you guys can see, like this clip is right here. So we could do that, and there's like another clip video right here, like I was doing this and all that kind of stuff. So like you can have all these clips added, and once that is done, basically you have an option to like, so now right now it's all over the place, but you could place save project, you could do export to gallery or something like that. So just make sure that what you're doing is like like after that, like make sure you watch the video one last time after all the editing. Like for example, I want to see my music, so my music is all over the place right now because because I was adding clips and everything to show you guys. So when you add clips, make sure if you did the music part before, you have to come back over here to do your music audio editing and music editing again, because it will make it out of proportion again. So let's say my music volume was right here. I'm gonna delete this option right here. So delete the music right here, and then we have more music until over here. So what I'm gonna do is trim it. So while I'm trimming it, I'm gonna put that end part over there, and we're gonna end the music right there. Now all of this is said and done. Everything has been figured out. We have got the music, we got the stuff, how we want to do this, and like we basically set it up to like so we could win and all that kind of stuff. So make sure your audio volume, again, make sure it's there, and then you don't like mess it up, that somewhere like your audio is high and your music is high or something like that. So you have to make sure that that doesn't happen. And then at the end of it, you can save your project or press triangle, and then it will start rendering. So if you save your project, it will like save it in your profile. I'll show you guys like where it is, but if you want to do this, it will render it, and then you'll see the option right after this when this is 100% is done. So that's like basically what you're supposed to be doing, and once the 100% is done, it will say the gameplay recording has stopped, and then you could choose your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, your Dailymotion, wherever. If you want to share it right away, you could press the share option, and it will take you like, hey, I want to share it over here. And then once you do that, it's actually going to start uploading and all that kind of stuff. Like if you want to link it to your YouTube should be linked to your PS4. So once you press that, it will ask you to write down the names and everything, and then you just basically go ahead, and then it will start uploading. So anyway, apart from that, like you could always save your project right here. So a project saved, and then you could just say like, or exit without saving, or if you're done with the upload and you don't want it in your inventory or whatnot, like but you could just go back and then save video and exit, or like, because already I've saved it. Now let's say you edited a little bit of it, you had to go somewhere, so you save the project and you want to come back to it. You're going to go to my projects, and then you come back to it, you see that the project is right there, and you can basically get it from there and then download it. And once you press X, it will load it again, and then you could start your work off where you left it. So there's a lot of options in there. If you guys have trouble understanding some points or whatnot, you could always ask me on the like Discord. I have a Discord. You could always ask me on YouTube. You could leave a comment like right under this video if you are having trouble with something, so I can always guide you guys through it, because it's pretty simple, straightforward. There's nothing extra in this thing, and it can actually help you understand how it actually like how to become a better video editor. So it does take time. Like when I started, I'm not an expert in video editing, and I did not have that much of an experience in doing something like this. So and then this is how you basically exit. So I hope you guys liked the video and you guys saw what you were, I hope you guys find what you were looking for over here. And so this is HBK Grant signing off. Hope you guys like it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and share it with your community. So this is HBK Grant signing off. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.